Sorry, but I had a bit of a stiff throat then. Well, you mean and welcome. My name is Yuusha Anime, and I'm having a drink quick. And welcome back to Malus Code. Now, if you remember from last time, we got assaulted like fuck with eggs. I know, it's awful. I couldn't believe it myself. And it's because I'd done nothing wrong. But now, we are going to jump right back into Malus Code. Don't know how it's going to go. I don't know when it's going to get scary, and the light is right in my face. Good God. Jesus Christ, the sun is bright tonight. So guys, Ikumashuka. April departs and May comes to visit. Curious events happen to unfold on this May day. As one of the countries most affected by earthquakes in the world, Japan has strict earthquake resistance safety standards for buildings. Just like was sweet during an experiment, there was a small earthquake and I was so surprised I yelled and hid under my desk. There's reinforcement construction going on to meet the modern safety standards for the old buildings on campus. That's really good. It's not uncommon to see construction workers milling around on the campus because of that. And construction equipment is always coming and going in the parking lot. Okay. Huh? Among the construction workers, I spot one with a curiously petite frame. Normally I pay no mind and go on my way, but for some reason I keep my eyes on them. It's gonna be Yai-senpai, isn't it? It's like seeing a little bunny mixed with a herd of cattle. The bunny's back is facing towards me. No, it's Yuri. Then it just happens to reveal its face. Is that Yuri? It looks like she's lining up cones to stop traffic in order to make room for the construction equipment to park. Yuri seems to notice that a college student has stopped in their tracks and is staring at her. Now she's realising that she knows me. Uh-oh. She looks startled and lowers the safety helmet over her eyes. There's no way she can hide her face with that. Nope. Yuri calls out to someone who seems like the supervisor of the construction site and then rushes towards me. Okay. I'm guessing she's secretly working part-time. She's not really making sense, but I get that she doesn't want me to blab about this. Let me guess, you're keeping your job secret from Suzugaki-sensei. Yep. Well, I guess that makes sense. You can't predict who's going to walk past where you're working. Yeah, well, I'm surprised too. Come on, this is a little too close, but it's very close. Oh god, don't tell me that's a choice. Of course, and I won't tell Yai-senpai either. Be careful they don't see you. The longer we talk, the more at risk she is of being noticed. Yep, we cut the conversation short and go our separate ways. She really has it tough in a lot of ways. Hang in there, Yuri. Though it's not like my lifestyle as an exchange student is exactly glamorous enough for me to feel sorry for others. Yeah, I guess. Oh, that's a school bell. I wonder what that was. I've just noticed the music's kind of limited in this game. There's not a lot of music at all. There's like 4 tracks so far. Or maybe it'll just change once we get a bit further on. I can hear the afternoon bell ring, even in the lab. Okay. Yai-senpai goes out for lunch as usual. I'm sure he'll have a long and relaxed lunchtime again today. Have a good one. Wait, are you curious, Suzugaki-sensei? I'm not sure. I might not even have lunch. We're gonna be with the we're gonna be with Suzugaki-sensei, not a MILF. Oh, fuck. How about we order delivery for a change of pace? What are you doing in there with the professor's office? Wait, is she the one in the professor's office, or is there just another person in there? Got it, no problem. I remember Yuri hung up a flyer for a bento delivery shop last week, so I take a look at the bulletin board in the lab. That's going to be where she's also working, isn't it? What to choose? There's so much in the menu, but I can't really tell the difference between the menu items. How are fried chicken and chicken fry any different? Fried chicken, if I remember, karaage is when you actually deep fry the chicken. Chicken fry, if I remember, is like a fry up. So I'm guessing it's going to be something along being cooked in a pan, compared to as being in a vat of vegetable oil. That's my guess. Extra rice, extra side dishes, extra everything. Even the options are all lacking concrete descriptions. What's the best choice? What a pain. I'll just get the one at the top right of the menu. And the one below that. Call the shop and wait 30 minutes or so. Yep. For some reason Yuri shows up with the bento. Why is she working so much? Why do you have those? By the time I voice my question, I've already figured out the answer. This isn't another part-time job, is it? Okay. That sounds kinda demanding. Oh, okay, I see the way. It was more money saving. I get it now. Those are what she's really after. By the way, Yuri, weren't you keeping your jobs secret from Suzukaki-sensei? Uh-oh. Seems like she completely forgot about the possibility that she might run into Suzukaki-sensei at the lab. Run. Yes! I finally point to the professor's office! Yuri goes past and leaves the room immediately in an attempt to make an escape. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, you must have misheard. It was just a delivery person. Oh, that was close. She knows. She knows already. They almost came face to face with each other. Yuri turned around at almost the exact instant Suzukaki-sensei poked her head out of the professor's office. Something fishy is going on. I keep randomly running into Yuri working part-time jobs this week. And it's going to happen here again. Ask a part-timer who's taking inventory in the book department about the location of a book. And it turns out to be Yuri. How many jobs are you working? I tried to tell her she doesn't need to hurry, but then... And she's down. The bottom of the cardboard box with her books falls off, and the books she's returning land on the floor with a thud. It really seems like Yuri is doing every part-time job in the universe right now. Tutoring, sorting mail, handing out flyers, figure drawing model, security guard? How can she be a security guard? I have so many conflicting feelings about this. Why on earth is she doing all this? I know her and Sensei live a hard lifestyle to make ends meet, but working every day like this is just outrageous. Plus, she has to do research too. Yeah. Yuri has seemed a little off since morning. Her legs are all wiggly, like she's dizzy. Well, she's been working hard. Yuri, you look pretty tired. What's the matter? Nesme drinking an energy drink for the first time in years. Oh yeah, they were doing a satellite broadcast of the Japanese team's soccer match last night, right? Yuri. Repeat a grade? Oh god, repeat a grade? Aha. How old are you? Sounds like she's really not suited for the subject. Still, she won't be able to graduate. This isn't a laughing matter. No, it isn't. Oh, okay. Probably. If you did a job so suddenly, it must have been a really good offer. But it's a serious disaster for Yuri. Oh yeah. Shouldn't you go home and rest already? Hello! Hello! Separating some DNA is right? What? The electrophoresis? Really? Electrophoresis is a way to use the electric properties of DNA or or proteins to separate them. Oh, goodness me, excuse me. I didn't know that there was some fetishistic appreciation of the wiggly gelatin you use for it. Is this what they call Japanese endo? Yes, it is. In some cases. Something tells me he doesn't watch a lot of them. Oh wow, I didn't think they put it that bluntly. Yuri sings a weird song to herself as she skips back to her lab station. Oh yeah, he's probably right. Feels like she's getting a weird high from the overwork. Okay, I guess it's already late enough that I'm about an hour. The public, in about an hour. There we go. The public transportation, like trains and buses, will go to sleep for the night. I'll still use the experiment for a little while longer. The frail spring starlight that trickles and fades with the sunset, and the doors descend into the deep darkness of night. We're having an overnight stay, it seems. This could be interesting. There's no moon out tonight, and the illumination cast by the streetlights that dot the campus makes the view seem lonely. Yuri put her head on the desk and asked me to wake her after 5 minutes, but 10 minutes have already passed and she doesn't look like she's waking up anytime soon. I want to let her rest, but I can't just leave her like this. I tap her shoulder to wake her up. She moans, she raises her head and then whispers, in contrast to her words, when she stands, she's unstable, like a willow tree branch being blown in the wind. Oh, the fridge in the room was left open. I rushed up to it and closed the door. Why was she so upset about the fridge? How long was it left like that? Yuri's shoulders droop. She looks like she's about to break out in tears as she whispers, "Aww." This is one of the fridges we use for research. I can't quite say she was lucky, but there's nothing that important in this one. The most valuable samples and reagents are stored in a separate lower temperature refrigerator. That's to make sure that there's no bacterium to affect them, because bacteria, if I remember, cannot multiply between the temperatures of 4 degrees to 64 degrees. Or is it 0 degrees? I don't know. I know it's a very low temperature and that the maximum temperature that bacteria can multiply is 64 degrees centigrade. Not that it's being too optimistic, there's no reason for me to write this off so easily. Aww. I see. As soon as she loses Sensei, she has to report her failures in the lab as soon as she gets home. Of course, she could tell Suzukaki Sensei whatever she wants. But she might not be able to sleep well with that weighing on her conscience. She's gonna collapse. Yuri gives a deep, disappointed sigh as she sits on the floor and wraps her arms around her knees. You know, everybody makes mistakes. It's what you do to fix them that matters. She doesn't respond at all. I can feel the silence weighing down on me. What can I say? What can I even say to comfort her right now? Water bear? Really? Yuri speaks with her face covered. What about water bears? That's the one in her hair, isn't it? The clip. Yuri's sitting with her face turned down, so I can see the water bear hair accessory on her head very clearly. Why do I feel like there's going to be some symbolism in this game? I'm starting to have this feeling that there's going to be some sense of symbolism around the endings of this game now. I don't know why. I'm just having that feeling. Like they're hinting at it right now with the water bear. Am I a water bear? But even in that dehydrated cryptobiosis state, they're not immortal or anything. but can be easily crushed by force. And if you rehydrate them, they're no different from a common microbe. I think I shouldn't have said that. Yuri heads to the restroom and returns looking a little refreshed. I didn't want to be rude, so I tried not to pry too much into your lifestyle, but can I ask you something? Do you really have so little money you have to work that many jobs? Working until you're about to pass out is kind of extreme. Yeah, it's like all of Yuri's time, not a college lectures or researching, is spent doing part-time jobs. Her earnestness is moving to me, but why does she have to go this far? She must really be miserable to tell a near stranger like me about her troubled past. I'm also surprised that Suzugaki-sensei comes from the same circumstances. What kind of lives had these two lonely orphan girls led? Some of them made you share more than you wanted to. It's hard for me to say this, but I can't believe Suzugaki-sensei would make you overdo it like this. Something feels off. Something really does feel off right now. I'm having like an off feeling. I have no idea why, but I'm having a few alarm bells ringing in my head. If they don't have enough money, and she's working like 5 or 6 part-time jobs, and Suzugaki-sensei is a university professor who saves money in the house, they should have a lot of money and should be able to get along just fine. So why don't they have money? Where's the money going? That's what I want to know. Is it going in this lab, possibly? And if so, what's in this lab that is so expensive? Other than all the computers and junk like that it would cause them to struggle with money. I can't imagine Shizuka's treatment of being Yuri like an evil stepsister from a fairy tale or something. Yeah, I want to pay for my own tuition too for when I go to uni. That's what I want to do. That's cool. Is the water bear research you're doing related to that? Okay, let's see. Ah. In the end, Yuri's still relying on Suzugaki-sensei's protection. But I get how Suzugaki-sensei feels. Oh yeah, Yuri really isn't the type of guy that's particularly wise or clever. But when her sincerity touches you, it makes you feel like you have to protect her. Yuri whispers in a faint voice. I can't quite make it out. Yeah, thanks for talking to me about this. I really understand why you try so hard now. We almost got something, and you will. If Will didn't just cut her off, we could have learned something then. I knew it. Yuri smiles shyly. We could have learned just a bit more. I guess I haven't really decided yet. The two of us walk through the pitch dark campus. It's a downer to think about the trouble we're going to have to take care of, but I'll think about that tomorrow. No need to fret this late at night. Have you heard of a fable called The Farm of 10,000 Doctors? Oh, I don't know it. I've never heard of it. The story uses 10,000 cows as a metaphor for students taking their doctoral course and trying to decide what to do with their lives after that. Oh, I think Yuri's smarter than we think, guys. By her saying that, I think I already know something's not right. Yai senpai too. Probably a cute little calf. Yeah. There's 10,000 cows in total, and only a very few can be successful as Suzugaki-sensei. They all take different paths after they leave the farm. It's shocking, but 1 out of the 4 cows that leaves the farm is unable to find their own food, so they become stray cows and go missing. Who knows? Unfortunately, some of them will probably die on the side of the road. Wow. No, the ones who die are only a small part of that 25%. Just because they're unaccounted for doesn't mean that they're dead. It just means no one can follow up about what happened to them. But there's many more stray cows than there are ones who go missing. Okay, there's 4 of us in the lab. Don't tell me I'm going to be murdered. Am I going to be murdered? I hope not. But suicides in Japan are about 24 people every 100,000. So it's probably much more likely for a doctor to die astray in comparison. There are over 10,000 new doctors in Japan every year, but it's not like all of them can make a living as a researcher. If they're going to go down a different path, they should decide quickly, or they may end up as one of the ones who died by the roadside. Ah, so it's on about pushing yourself to be the ones that are not in that 25% then. That's what I'm guessing. That is true, nothing is guaranteed in life. That is very true. Of course, I don't think I'll die on the side of the road. I'm just thinking about what path I'll take. That's always a good thing to do, but you're in university, dude, you better hurry soon. I really think I want to carefully feel things out when it comes to my future. True. As we talk, we reach the school gate. Our path home is separate from here on. I've got to go right. We wave and part ways. There we go. Now don't become a lost little cow in the dark. Nah, that's just worrying. I turn around, but I've lost track of where Yuri is as she's swallowed by the darkness. I wonder if I can help Yuri out somehow, but since she's trying so hard. No, maybe I'm being too arrogant. I'm nothing more than a typical student after all. Yuri's just someone who happened to be in the same lab as me. I'm nothing more than a stranger to her. But I have to ask myself and answer honestly. Am I really satisfied just spending typical day after typical day with Yuri in the lab? Well, I guess if I'm questioning this as I walk around the middle of the night, I already know the answer. I am, aren't I? Ah, you're not even going to tell me, you're just going to go over to a cutscene. There we go. After that night, Yuri's busy lifestyle continues. She wakes up early and goes to work after class, goes to work after researching. It makes me wonder when she rests at all. In the lab, Yuri lies limply on her desk. Yuri, are you okay? You should drink this. Yuri tries to play off how tired she is, but I hold out an energy drink with a strong-looking bear printed on the label. Apparently this drink uses some ingredient extracted from a bear's stomach. Oh, it probably tastes pretty bitter, but it's got to be strangely effective. Since the incident the other day, Yuri and I have been spending a lot of time bonding together. Uh-oh, Yai-senpai and Suzugaki-sensei are going to look to us to be murdered. That's what's going to happen. We're going to be murdered by Yai-senpai because he wasn't noticed by senpai. That is what's going to happen. Of course, we make sure Suzugaki-sensei won't notice. There we go, he's noticed. Yai-senpai humming as he opens the magazine to take some break time. It doesn't look like he's working on anything to take a break from, though. What are you reading? Oh, I see what you're doing here, Yai. You're going to try and get Yuri worked up. Except that's just normal women's... Ow, bollocks. There goes my keyboard. Whoops, sorry about it, guys. Whoops. I need to be more careful. Except that's just a normal women's magazine.
冗談の通じない人ですね。あ、でも結婚のお話は本気ですから、ゆるさんも前向きに検討してくださいね。
Nope. Marrying Yai senpai? Talk about a bad joke. Putting outside a peek in the magazine. Ah, trap denied. Yai senpai's has. Even I've heard of this one.
僕だって最新の流行情報は欠かさず毎日チェックしてます。
Paper magazines are going out of business so much lately, you can count the remaining publications on one hand. Even so, they say lots of girls still keep up with this one. I never would have guessed Yai senpai was one of the remaining readers.
今回はあの有名なディスティニーランド特集なんですよ。今も先月から始まった新しいパレードが大人気なんだとか。
Just had to get all the dust out of my keyboard then. Goodness me. Disneyland. Oh, Disneyland. Of course, because Disneyland's copyrighted. Disneyland. That reminded me of the day we did that raffle. I really wanted to win the gold prize and get Yuri that ticket to Disneyland. But that was such a letdown. I feel even worse about it knowing what I do now. I guess for most people, Disneyland tickets are still out of reach.
それなのにパレードのおかげでさらにチケットが手に入りにくくなってるらしいですね。
Parade? Didn't you say you have a special pass for Disneyland?
そうですね。なんと言っても僕のパパはディスティニーランドの社長と
Oh,
友
wow.
達ですからね。
Her father knows Walt Disney. Because Disney's copyrighted. Yai senpai, does that mean you can also get me tickets before everybody else?
嬉しいこと言ってくれますね。
Damn
そ
it!
れってディスティニーで僕とデートしたいってことですよね。
Uh-oh. Yai senpai, I beg of you, I want 2 tickets to go together with Yuri. Could you please somehow let me have them? Uh-oh. I kneel on the ground and bend down deeply as far as I can until my head touches the floor. Please, I humbly beg of you! I just researched about this way of bowing down as Dogeza. Yep. Online last night. This posture is supposed to be very effective for getting what you want.
ヒルさん、そうですか。そういうことですか。わかりましたよ。
I don't care if Yai senpai looks down at me for acting so pathetic. I'm dead serious about this.
なんだかもう僕興ざめしちゃったな。うすうす感づいてはいましたけど、そういうことだったんですか。
I guess so. I can feel Yai senpai's disappointment in the way he sighs.
そこまではっきりと言われちゃったら意地悪できないじゃないですか。
Oh.
仕方ないですね。パパにお願いしておきますから、チケットの心配は無用ですよ。
Okay.
しかし、この借りは本当に高くつきますよ。
Oh, shit.
どうやってあがなっていただくか、じっくり考えさせてくださいね。
Be merciful. Early in the morning, the tickets to Disneyland are delivered to me. They even come in the most luxurious packaging I've ever seen. There's no way Yai senpai is just going to let this one slide. I'm sure he plans to tease me for eternity. I have become the sex slave of Yai senpai. Shit. I wonder if I'll be able to leave Japan in one piece. I'm starting to doubt it. Yeah, I am as well. Yuri, do you have any plans this Sunday? I've got work every day. See, my friend gave me tickets to Disneyland. Wasn't she just in the room? Couldn't she have heard me? Are you kidding? Awesome, have fun. No, it's a pair of tickets. Do you want to come with me? A few minutes pass before she responds. Yuri wants us to go, but if you're busy, it doesn't have to be this week. We can still use the tickets later. Yai here. I heard you come. For fuck's sake. Huh? Yai senpai, you're here? Talk about good luck to get free tickets from your friend, but you gotta keep it a secret from Suzukaki sensei. I agree. Yeah, I agree with that one. Don't worry. This Sunday, me and Yuri-san are going to Odaiba in Tokyo. Oh, I just got the okay from Suzukaki-san. Glad to hear that. That's why she can't come out. Yai knew exactly what was going on, the cheeky bastard. You dick. Uraimashi? This weekend, us two kids are going on a date with in Harajuku. Oh, I like that little face though. You gotta go to Disneyland all alone. Got it? Understand? Understand. Shit. Yai senpai, you're so mean. Sorry, this got complicated. that's what we planned for this weekend, so... Okay, I understand. No problem. I believe that says Monday night, if I remember. Whew, Senpai was making me worried for a second, but that wasn't the case. He really was lending us a hand on Suzugaki-sensei wouldn't find out, right? I hope, otherwise I'm a dead man. Alright, I'm starting to think this is a good place to end off this part, because now we're going to be going to Disneyland. After this, in the next video, I guess, guys. So, yes, this is indeed where we're going to be ending off this video. It feels like such a nice, neat little place to end off this episode on. We only made it through one episode, is that it? How many episodes are there? Anyway, I'm all out of time, guys, so all I can say now is thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want any more from me. And I'll see you in my next video. Solid job, guys. I will indeed see you next time. I have so many mixed feelings about what's going to happen. I really think it's going to turn ugly real quick.